Here we go. Hi, I'm Lisa Fowler from Mount Macedon Realty and welcome to Meet the Macedon Ranges. Ali Fowler, no relation, is an author of 3 books, an internationally renowned expert in making big projects happen, having worked in over 7 countries in fields such as live entertainment, education, home improvement and sport. She is a successful indie magazine publisher with nearly 80 magazine titles to her name, receiving over 2 million views so far. And since 2016 has become a local mentor for Macedon Ranges women in business who have more to do and not enough time to do it. That's me. During COVID, Ali set herself an extremely ambitious goal to finish and publish 3 books using the extra time wisely, and is proud to see those books now on sale online around the world and also in some of our local bookshops such as Macedon Post Office, where I bought mine.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you. Ali is someone who likes to give it forward and has established her Something Good project, whose goal is to create 10,000 acts of kindness across Australia and international communities in the next few months. And she will share how she is doing that, talk about her books and why she loves living in the Macedon Ranges. Whew, that was a big one. Welcome, Ali.
Thank you, Lisa. I'm delighted to be here, and hi, everybody.
Thank you very much for joining us all. Now, tell us about the 3 books you churned out in COVID.
Oh, I'm so excited about this. So in February this year, as the COVID cloud hit us again, I thought I would set myself a challenge to finish some projects that I had going on, and I've always wanted to become a published author. So fast forward to around late September, early October, I achieved the goal and published 3 books, and I'm so proud of them, and I'd like to share them with you today. And yeah, it's just one of those things, sometimes you set goals and you're able to follow through with them. Sometimes it's easy and sometimes it's hard, but it was a silver lining for COVID. I had more time up my sleeve, so I did it.
Yep, beautiful.
So I want to share these books with you.
Excellent.
And I really appreciate it.
And I'm just going to jump in there.
Please do.
My favourite one from the book is number 24, which is Just Do It.
Yes.
And that's what you did.
Yeah, thank you. So what Lisa's referring to is this first book,
There it
is called Start That Thing, Finish That Thing. And I'm a concept book writer. So I think of a concept and go, you know what, that might make a good book. Go and do the research and then write it. So I'm not somebody that has like a lifetime's work. I'm not that kind of clever. I'm just somebody who's got a creative brain and thinking, do you know what? A lot of people in my mentoring business struggle with either starting things or finishing. So Lisa, would you be are you more of a starter or a finisher, do you think?
I think I'm actually a finisher.
Yeah, I reckon you are too. So this book is Start That Thing. So if your problem is you can't start things, then you start at this end of the book, and I'll give you over 50 reasons to get you going. But if your problem is you can't finish things, you flip the book over and start at the other end. So it's like 2 books in one. So we were talking earlier.
Covering all bases.
So we were talking earlier before, and what we're going to do tonight is we're actually going to do a book giveaway. So if you would like to share in the comments between now and Friday the most epic thing that you started this year or the most epic thing that you finished this year, then we'll be giving away 2 copies of this book on Friday.
Excellent.
So Lisa, I'm going to start with you. What was the most epic thing that you started this year?
Okay, so I think it has to be where we're sitting right now. So at the start of this year, I secured this office premise, and I was working really out of my car, mobile real estate agency, and now I've got an office and a base camp and a really solid foundation to develop my business and to have people come in and look at properties.
It's a beautiful space.
Thank you.
Well. What an epic thing to start, because sometimes when we want to start things, we overthink them and we put them off. And so these reasons in this book are here to help motivate you. So I'm just going to pick one at random. So there's 50 reasons. And each reason you're going to find yourself on the page somewhere in this book. So reason 29, I've just flipped to 29, and it just basically says, number 29 is one of the reasons why you might want to start that thing is just to make it easier for yourself. You know, sometimes there's really cool things that we could be doing that will just make our lives simpler. And yet we put up with doing things the hard way. So that might be the reason why you want to get on and do something, is just to make it simpler for yourself. And Lisa, you mentioned one of your favourite reasons for finishing things was number 24. Yeah, so let's look that up. And it says, number 24, the reason why you should finish those things is because you know you can. Come on, legend, just do it.
Just do it.
And I know you can do it, and you did it. So sometimes you just got to have a bit of belief in ourselves. So I'll tell you a funny story that somebody asked me the other day, is would I write a note in their book that they bought, and they were giving it to their brother-in-law for Christmas. And their brother-in-law is that sort of type of person at Christmas where every year he turns up and he talks about the same thing and he still hasn't done anything about it. So every year there's this boring conversation over and over again. I don't know if anyone can relate, but so we wrote a nice note in this book to the brother-in-law to inspire them to get going. So don't be such a boring banana.
Boring banana, I know.
Yeah,
I read
get
that
on
one.
with it.
That was funny. But yeah, we all know someone, people like that. And I think there's Gunner. They're called Gunner. I'm gonna do it.
I'm guilty of that too. So this book is available. I just do want to do another shout out to the Macedon Post Office girls with Anne and Lisa and Alison. And Emma. It did a fantastic display. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. And I understand quite well with Brad in the Trading Post as well is going to stock these 3 books. So that's book number 1. It's under $20. Great stocking stuffer. The second book is called The Deliberately Simple Planning Book, and this book is for people who hate planning, and that's a lot of us. And so I've written this book of simple techniques to help you plan to get more time out of your week and to kind of get out of overwhelm and simplify things as well. So it's a great little book as well, and it's in colour, and that's available too. And the third book, Lisa, is called Unlimited Beautiful Questions, and I co-wrote it with a friend of mine who was in Paris during COVID, and we wrote this book over Zoom, and we asked each other a question a day for 9 months, and we ended up with a stack of questions, so we've put them in a book, and we will be doing more on this book in the new year. But it's a gorgeous book to have on your coffee table with great questions across lots of categories like love and connection and soul and spirituality.
Flip one open, just pose one of the questions.
Okay.
Oh, they're quite long. Okay.
I know. This one is, do you procrastinate when it comes to things that matter to you?
Right.
I think most of us will answer yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Why we do that is a question worth pondering. My favourite question in here is, when was the last time I danced?
Oh,
when was the last time? Yeah.
This one could, my family will. Number 20, question 20, do you like to argue? Sometimes.
There's a gorgeous little moment in this book that we did a chapter. My friend Silver wrote this chapter, and it's about racism in humanity. And for those people who want to look inside and challenge our beliefs about certain things, this is a beautiful chapter. And we are getting a lot of good feedback from book clubs who are going to be using this book in 2022 because they can open the chapter and they can have a really good discussion. So, yes. So they're my 3 books.
Contributions.
Yes.
You can sit back and have a rest, girlfriend.
Thank you very much. I will. I'm finished.
You're finished. But now, I suppose there's a lot of marketing.
Yes,
involved.
Yes. Now it's been really exciting to be able to talk about them and get to share it with the world. So, yeah, I'm really feeling very grateful, and just want to say thank you to everybody who has supported it. And I'm starting to see these books pop up, on coffee tables around the Macedon Ranges.
Oh, my gosh,
wonderful.
that must make you feel so,
it's a bit exciting, Lisa.
What is your best advice to women starting out in business? And I must say also men, just quietly.
I think one of the best things, because I run a mentoring program, and so I've been working with a number of women and men up in the Macedon Ranges for the last 5 years. And probably the best piece of advice I've got is to surround yourself with an amazing support crew. And I don't mean friends and family. I mean find your tribe. Find people who are doing what you want to do. People are so receptive to being asked for help. So find a very small group of people that are doing what you want to do and hang out with them. And I think Brené Brown, who's an amazing social researcher, she's a shame researcher and vulnerability, has this amazing philosophy that I do agree with, which is you want to learn and take advice from people who are in the arena, who are getting their butts kicked.
Yeah, right.
You want to know people who are actually running a business. They're the people you want to take advice from.
And not people that don't put themselves out there because they don't know what it feels like.
No, you do. You want the people who are making mistakes and the people who are falling flat on their faces, and I've done that. You know, you want to learn from them. So, yeah, that's great. And I think the other thing I'd say, Lisa, to be honest, probably more to the ladies, is don't start menopause and business at the same time.
Not a good move?
Not a good move.
Okay.
We're through that now.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you survived.
Thank you.
You survived. And tell me about the Something Good project. A little more about that.
Okay, the Something Good project is an initiative of the businesses that I own and run. And we have a philosophy that, it's a very simple philosophy, that if we can make our corner of the world good, and Lisa, you can make your corner of the world good, and so can the next person and the next person, then we can make all the corners of the world good. So all we need to do in business, I run a profit with purpose business. So every time something good happens in my business, we're able to pass that on and give it forward. So every time somebody buys a book, attends a workshop, even gives us a nice shout out on social media, the team and I get together and get all happy, and we're able to then pass on that goodwill, and that's something good, and we go and support a number of projects that are around Australia and internationally, and we don't do it for any other reason except it makes us feel good.
Right.
And so, it's a Something Good project, and our goal is to create 10,000 acts of kindness or giving as soon as we can.
How do you measure that?
Yeah, so we have a tracker that's live on our website that tracks every time we give or make an act of kindness so that everyone can see what we're doing. So it's independently audited as well. So we're part of a global giving movement called Buy One, Give One. And
right.
It's if anyone is interested, I'm very happy to talk to anyone that can reach out through you, if you like, after this, just to find out about how they can help their business make an impact as well.
Right.
But it's a global movement, and the concept is when people buy things from you, you give something forward.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's fascinating. And any business can get involved?
Yeah, any business. There's thousands of businesses around the world that have signed up, and it's an amazing organisation. And there's actually quite a few Macedon Ranges people up here who are also doing it as well. So it's just it's the right thing to do, I think, now, because we're so blessed to live in Australia, and it's just a nice thing, and it's not about how much you give. It's just about developing the habit of paying it forward. So
and it's just opening your mind to, it's not just a simple transaction. There's a lot of people behind and a lot of people in front of a product or a service that you're buying or selling.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting looking at ethics behind clothing manufacture and food processing and all of that sort of thing. Absolute minefield. And slowly, I mean, caged eggs, for instance, we're slowly getting on top of that, and people are now thinking a little bit more about where those eggs come from.
We need to do a lot more, Lisa.
Okay. Right. Now, Macedon Ranges, let's talk about that. Why is this your home?
This is such a great place to live. I've been up here for 5 years, and I'm a self-confessed corporate recoverer. So I left corporate Australia 5.5 years ago, and I've been coming up to the Macedon Ranges to visit great friends of mine, Julie Rebell and Graham Overall, darlings that they are. And I realised once I left corporate Australia that I could, and had my own business, I could be anywhere in the world. So I rang them up and said, would you mind if I came up here? And you'll appreciate this. As soon as I made the decision the next day, the house that I wanted appeared on the market. So, up I came here, and it's been delightful. I have a nice rose garden and fabulous neighbours, and it's just been the best decision ever.
Fantastic. What do you love most?
Do you know what I love? I love that there's such an eclectic bunch. We're an eclectic bunch up here. I reckon you'll find half of corporate Australia are up here on their second and third careers. So you can meet people and they're doing something really interesting now, which has got nothing to do with their careers that they've had. And it doesn't matter that, that identity of, a big corporate world is not even important up here. And
the level of competition is not, it's not like Brighton and Paran, where everyone's vying for a position. It's a very levelled, unpretentious community, isn't it?
It is.
And the depth of creativity and intellect is overwhelming.
In the arts and entertainment industry up here, it's remarkable, isn't it?
Yeah, and food, farm, what do we call it? Farm to gate. Products, the wineries, the gin makers and the artists and the authors.
The coaches.
The business coaches.
It's quite a,
Exactly. I noticed, shout out to Lynn Bayonet, their business is absolutely remarkable. They started, how many?
20 years ago.
20 years ago.
So EcoMaster is one of the four leading Australian companies in retrofitting your home to become more energy efficient. And Lynn and Morris, who run that company, have been giving back to this community for years. They do a remarkable job. But they're a classic example of people who've come from different careers and have come and settled in this area, raised their children, and constantly giving back. So, the beautiful people. So, I love Macedon Ranges for that reason. And I also love the fact that we're a series of villages. You can go from Mount Macedon to Macedon, we're different. Then you can go to Romsey and Riddles Creek and we're different. And then you go into Wood End and it's different. And so we're like this sort of nest.
Yes.
And so
absolutely.
it's just beautiful.
There's, lots of different aspects about each, but we're all sort of under the same umbrella.
Yes.
The same mentality. And we're welcoming so many more people from Melbourne who are assimilating very beautifully.
Yeah, because we're only like 50 minutes, like we're all used to commuting, back into Melbourne. So we're really lucky this whole area is still so close to the city, and an hour's travel is nothing.
I think back to your point about corporate, it's also people like pilots, and particularly there's a lot of pilots in the Macedon Ranges and airline industry workers, and they've all had to repurpose themselves. Due to COVID and lack of business. But anyway, gardeners and all sorts of things. Painters have emerged from that.
Yes, they have.
From that industry. Yeah. So how did you get started on the book? Like just get started? Was that a big thing for you?
Well, the way I started was actually last year, 2020, on the 24th of May on Facebook. I was at home, was in the middle of one of our first lockdowns, and I thought, you know what, I've got to do something. I've got to do something with my time. So I went live on Facebook and publicly announced that I'm going to write this book in one weekend. So I sat down and did it
So you made yourself accountable.
I did make myself accountable, and then it took me a year to publish it because the publishing industry was decimated by COVID. But I think, sometimes, Lisa, when you decide on an idea, at a point it becomes not negotiable. Like you're sick of talking about it, and you just kind of, like you said before, you just got to do it. And I think I was at that point thinking, I've got nothing to lose. So why not try it? So.
We spoke about that briefly, and that's something I kind of do. Sometimes I don't know whether it's the right thing or the wrong thing, but once I get that training motion, I just have to carry it through and suffer the consequences. Hopefully they're good.
I think there's a lot of courage in doing that, Lisa. I think sometimes we can stop ourselves, and if we were just kind of relaxed a bit and go, you know what, we're not going to be perfect. We're just going to do it, and we're going to take the next step, and then we're going to take the next step, and we're going to take the next step. And I think we then kind of build that muscle to go, do you know what? I didn't realise I could do this, and now I'm doing it. This is okay. And then we can kind of rinse and repeat it. So the idea that we can be a little bit courageous in our life and maybe start something that, is important to us, and that makes you just know is going to help people.
And that's something you develop with maturity, about that concept of progress, not perfection.
Yeah.
When you're younger, you worry about perfection because you think everyone's going to laugh at you.
Yeah.
But you become a little less self-conscious.
Yeah.
And just have a go.
I think so. I think I'd like to think that the wisdom came with age. And every now and then we can all have wobbly moments.
Have slip-ups.
Yeah,
Slip-ups.
Just a few.
Let's say hello to some of these people. Hello, Alex Fowler. Hello, Robert Burchick.
Hello, Robert.
Good evening, John Formosa. Thanks for joining us, John. Tanya has said she started a book and she hopes to get it published in the new year.
Yay, okay. Tanya,
go
that's
Tanya.
Fantastic.
I wonder what her topic is. Tanya, write back to us and tell us what you're talking about. And yes, we all love the Macedon post office. We'd be lost without them, and the trading post next door.
Yes, we would.
Go Tanya, you might need Ali Fowler's book. Start that thing, finish that thing.
Right, let's get in touch, Tanya.
Yeah, and hang on, a little virus popping up there. Rosa Perry, good evening, ladies.
Hello, Rosa.
Hello, Rosa. Thanks for joining us. And she said very, very interesting, which is true. Get hold of the book, Rosa. Yeah, so there you go. So restaurants up here, Macedon Ranges.
Do you know what? I like the idea of anything outdoors.
Mm-hmm.
I just love sitting out on, some of our tiniest places in some of those villages we talked about are just the places that when you're driving along and you see one or two tables out the front, I just love those places and stop. I'm a huge fan of Mount Turon. The guys there are amazing. The food is unreal. But, I do like to kind of explore just the littlest places. And I do want to do a call out to Zigzag Road. They are remarkable, and they've got a gorgeous cellar door, and there's about 3 or 4 tables. That's it. It's just fantastic.
High turnover.
Yeah, and they're just remarkable. So,
and now that our weather has it's starting to improve anyway.
Well, I think you mentioned before that I do publish magazines, and so I'm doing quite a few magazines up here for.
So tell us about that. What are the magazines?
So the magazines are a way of businesses introducing themselves and telling their story. Because I think our story is so important, and it's always so interesting to find out why people are in business and who they are behind it. So we're currently doing one for Zigzag Road,
good.
And we're also doing an amazing one for a young lady here who we've just recently met, and I can't say the name of the magazine because we're planning the launch. An extraordinary, talented young lady who lives in Gisborne, and stand by everybody. This magazine is going out commercially on sale hopefully within about 3 weeks.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Watch this space.
Yes. And we've done a number of other commercial magazines up here as well. So Pete Heine produced the Fibre Bible, which is a divine.
Exactly.
Pete's divine, and her food is amazing. But that is a fantastic Christmas present. And Shaz from Blackbird Cakes produced a magazine as well. There's been quite a few. And the Victoria Hotel, a shout out to Emily.
Oh, exactly.
Did a gorgeous magazine as well.
You've just covered some pretty amazing women, haven't you?
I know. They're all fantastic.
Yeah. Pete's got a really great social presence on media now with her videos, and the book's fantastic.
Yeah.
And as you said, Shaz's cake decorating manual was incredible.
Yeah, really, really clever. But what's interesting about the idea of magazines is that it just tells you more than here's my products and services. So it's almost becoming a bit of a business card.
That's right. And to be honest, it goes back to your concept about paying it forward, because you're not literally just, as a business person, you're not just asking for money. You're giving so much more back.
Yeah.
With an instructional manual, Fibre Bible, Shaz's Cakes. So it's a win-win for all concerned.
I think the idea that we can share some content that will help people, and there's something different about reading content, and we've proven this in magazine format. We're usually sitting there with a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, and we flick through them, and so it's actually a bit of a superpower because absorbing everyone's content these days is so important, and in terms for business. So, instead of a 3-second read on social media about someone, to be able to pick up their magazine.
Yeah, right.
And if you're thinking of, finding an accountant, I'm very proud to say that one of our magazines was also part of winning the Australian Accountancy Awards this year. So one of our clients' magazines enabled them to help win that award, just because of the power of the marketing of their magazine. So,
right. So it was about the agency, the accountant.
Yeah, so
agency.
it was an accountant, and who thought accountants were interesting? But their magazine's being read, and it's being able to help a lot of people, and they just got number 1 in Australia.
Yeah, right. And it's such an easy medium.
Oh,
it's relatively cheap to produce.
Yes. Beautiful
looking.
Yeah.
And you can mass produce it.
Yeah, and Anne Murray Salon have just completed their magazine as well.
Did they?
And Annie's such a delightful person to.
And we had David Mann here last
week. Of course, you did. Yes.
Yeah.
So Annie's magazine's done, and it's just a delightful read about the talent that she has at the salon, and also her story, and as the founder of this gorgeous salon and business in the Macedon Ranges, what's important to her and what she stands for. And it's really beautiful, and she's such a beautiful person, but to be able to express this now in a magazine is fantastic. We fell into this business by accident, and our first magazine that we produced got 1.6 million views.
Oh, wow.
And we thought, okay, we're onto something. I think it's the medium, as you said before, of magazines. Yeah.
So are you actively looking for businesses to come to you?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So how do we get in touch with you? You go ahead.
Oh, that's right. My website is alifowler.org. And you can email me at ali@alifowler.org and have a chat about the books or the magazines. I'd love to have a chat.
So you had what was your biggest circulation? One magazine covered how many?
1.6 million views.
Right. Okay.
Actually, it's gone up to about 1.8 now.
And it was incredible.
And it was a really simple concept, but I think, the power of these magazines. We've done nearly 80 titles over the last couple of years.
So from concept to publish, what's the timeline?
4 weeks.
Oh, all right, there you go.
So from content to publish. So as soon as you've got your content.
Number 24, just do it.
We get to publish, and print and digital, and print is alive and well. People still like the idea. And you notice by the Bunnings and Coles magazines, the stickiness of them appearing on your kitchen bench.
Yep.
Yeah, so a lot of people are reverting back to printing their magazines. It's a pretty exciting medium, and it's such a creative process. It's really lovely.
Tanya is writing a book about equestrian travel.
Oh, wow.
So,
Tanya,
that's very interesting.
Let us know when your book's out there. I'd love to get that one.
And yes, she said she might need Ali's book. Which was good, and we're shouting out. And Anne Murray, Ali, you are amazing, and the magazine you did for our salon is unbelievable. Your effort and your knowledge, your imagination is incredible. Super thrilled.
Thanks, Annie. Right back at you.
Yep, there you go. And shout out to Zigzag, and we've put up Ali's website address, which might have a are in there as well, and a shout out to Anne Murray as well. So that's we're drawing to a close, and I want to thank Ali so much for coming in, and do look out for the book and all of Ali's work, her Instagram page, alifowler.org, Facebook, same name. Pleasure to have you here, and to brighten our lives, and love the concept of paying it forward, because we are blessed to be living in the Macedon Ranges and motivated and fit and healthy, and pay it forward, spread it around a bit.
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me. I've really enjoyed it. If I may, I just do want to shout out to the Wood End Twilight Market that's on this Saturday from 5 p.m. through the whole of Wood End, and I will be there with my books alongside many other traders upstairs at the Victoria Hotel.
Ooh,
Emily's putting on a bit of a shindig.
And
it's a bit of a opening night, not opening night, but it's like the brand new balcony is ready to go. So if you've got time, do your shopping, buy local, support all the traders in Wood End, and then come upstairs to the Victoria Hotel for a drink, and I'd love to meet you.
Terrific. All right. Thanks for
Thanks,
joining,
Lisa.
Ali.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Oh, and don't forget to write in what your big achievement or the big thing you've started or the big thing you've finished, and Ali will give you a book. So we'll choose that on Friday.
Sounds great.
Excellent. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Mount Macedon Realty. I'm going to take a little break from this, so no more Meet the Macedon Ranges for a little bit. Maybe after Christmas we'll have another crack. So love doing it, and stay safe and happy Christmas, everyone. Bye for now.